I hunted for teachers and trying to find teachers and tutors. I always wanted ones that thought out of the box. You couldn't be a standard, normal teacher. Alana wasn't that child, and that was not what we wanted. So trying to find that was difficult. And the biggest issue was finding them and then keeping them, because life happens. I had one who fell pregnant, had a terrible pregnancy, disappeared. Find another one. I had one that taught for me. Within 2 months of her teaching, her mother got cancer. Off she went to England. So from that point of view, it becomes difficult to actually standardize and keep somebody into that facility. But the good part was I could choose somebody that Alana required at the time. So as he progressed, as he changed, as his needs changed, I used to find the person that was beneficial for him at that time. When I look back at it now, sometimes that probably wasn't good because he never had to change. Everybody came into our environment as he was required. So he didn't have to develop a lot of that until he was about 13, 14. There was a lot of South African ones, but I wasn't prepared to do that. And there was two, and I said to him, okay, went to Cambridge, signed him up, picked up all the books, looked at the curriculum, and decided that was it. Maths and English he could do because that was good. The geography and that. So by October, November, he wrote Maths and English, foundation phase, checkpoint 1, whatever you want to call that. And he passed. But we worked backwards. I said to him, I gave him the assignments, and I said to him, do the assignments. What you don't understand in your assignments, then we will fix. And that's how he wrote his checkpoint 1, 2. And then we did geography and the other subjects we did later in June. So from then on, but it was always distance college. It was never he was going to go to school again. I was never trusting people to go and educate my child again, because what we had done and what we have done was so much better. I could only teach Alana maths, English, biology, science, geography until about grade 8, grade 9. Grade 10 work I could not do. So there was no ways I was going to be able to do that. And so then I got tutors. And I was finding from that point of view, certain of the distance colleges, you didn't get the support that was required. So for me, you get tutors. And cost-wise, that does pay you. That costs you. It's not, lots of people have asked me over the years, is it cheaper to homeschool? No, it's not cheaper to homeschool. In time and in money and in discipline. From a tutoring point of view, the hourly rate of that, I was paying, I'll tell you my last ones, for Alano's AS level, I was paying 7,500 Rand a month tutoring. For a teacher to come 2 days a week for 3 hours a day. I found a school teacher who was supposed to have done Cambridge. Afterwards, I could see there was big gaps in that, but you get to the point where I had to help him, and I had to find somebody. So that was my biggest problem, was trying to find tutors or teachers, particularly. And then eventually I didn't want a tutor. He was a teacher. He was an ex-teacher. I needed a teacher because tutors couldn't do it. It wasn't just about working through with something. It was about teaching somebody the concepts. Yeah. And when he had to go and write exams, that was one of the biggest anxiety, I think, was because it was a very foreign environment for him to do that. And remember too, Alano did music, and he wrote his music at the age of from 5 until 9, 10. Alano did music, and he didn't do practical, he did theory. So the first time he had to go and write an exam was at St. Stithians College, in an environment like a matric exam with your desks all like that. We practiced over and over and over again to make him comfortable to be able to do that. So for me, if you do not have the time and space to be able to do that, then you find somebody, tutor, teacher, little school, or an online system that gives that to you. Can I tell you, I just ignored the whole thing because I really actually don't care. And that is because there is different ways of educating. My son is not a university kind of child. He is not a 9-to-5 office person. He is out of a box thinker. He is out of the stuff. So I have also found and realized when kids are older, when you're in high school, when they get into to make the decisions for their life. They are in grade 10 and they've got to make decisions about what they're going to do. We don't know that. And I have never ever sat there and said to Alano that you have to do this because you've got to get to university. You've got to have a university degree because you're not going to make it. That's us. He has come up against his peers who have told him he has no direction in life because he's not going to university. And he still has, he's got his what's it, your GSE? He has got AS levels. I haven't even converted them to the higher education certification for him to go and do anything. I'm leaving them as they are. If he requires that in his career going forward for whatever he needs, then he can have a look at it. He still can do. He's got 2 subjects he didn't finish. He's got physics and biology. I said to him, he said to me, Mom, I don't want to do them now. I said to him, don't. If in future you need them, then you do them. And you can take 3 months, 6 months to do them. You don't have to do them in a year. And then you can go and put that forward. So right now he's doing a different course. And he's doing one that is 3 months long. It's very practical. It's about detection dogs. He's going to be a detection dog handler with the process of moving forward. But that's where he's starting. When he finishes this course, he'll be accredited and certified and registered to work. But will he be able to work? Will they ask him for a matric certificate? We'll deal with that thereafter. We'll see whatever happens. So I am not the parent who says you have to go to university and a degree is the only way to get your education. It's not.